Thank you. Please be seated. Your Excellency, the former head of state, the man who didn't seek to be head of state, and when God gave him the opportunity to be, he promised to institute democratic governance. Pressures were mounted on him by his colleagues to extend the tenure. On the dot, according to his promise, he gave us a new constitution and a new civilian government since 1999. That's character and integrity in action. Sir, we are proud and delighted to have you as our Chancellor. No other university in this country has, as chairman of board of trustees, a former head of state. Sir, your chairmanship of our board has attracted all sorts of favors, interests, respect, integrity. We cannot thank you enough. You were out of the country attending to the consequences of old age, which we all pray for. You had to break your program and assured us that you'll be here for this convocation. And you took all the trouble. May God bless and reward you, sir. Your Excellency, the young, quiet, pacifist, peace lover, Governor of Rivers State, Dr. Similar Esfubara. Who would have been here with us and promised to be here. But because of the new dynamics playing, he is unavoidably absent, protecting and defending and promoting the interests of Rivers people. But he is very ably represented by his loyal deputy governor. The deputy governor is not a visitor here. She is part of here. Her last job before deputy governor's office was PAMO University of Medical Sciences. So, Your Excellency, we are very, very happy and delighted to have you representing the government at this event. The Vice Chancellor and those who spoke before him have tried to run a litany of acknowledgements and recognitions. I will therefore not repeat what they've done. But there are people we are privileged to have today at this 5th convocation ceremony and 8th Founders Day. People who have been part of the history of this university. Chancellor, sir, permit me to acknowledge some dignitaries who are present and who have been friends of our institution from inception. I will start with Professor Abubakar Rasheed, who But for conflicts of choice of expression, I would have called him the Angel Gabriel of this university. On the 19th of December 2016, this professor, who was then a stranger, we never met before, accosted me at the lounge at the Abuja airport and said to me, "You are one of the 6 people I have penciled down to write to in January to discuss the possibilities of monodiscipline specialized universities in the country." He introduced himself as the new NUC Executive Secretary. And I said to myself, how can the man who is in charge be asking me to think about something? He had been waiting at the airport from 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m. when this conversation started. Delayed flight. To cut a long story short, at the end of our conversation, my dear wife, who likes to push me, said to him, "Prof, don't worry, he will agree." That's how the seed of this university was sown. Prof, sorry if you are embarrassed, but the truth remains the truth, and it lasts forever. We are happy. We are happy that you abandoned all your commitments to be here with us. May God bless you. Seated next to Professor Rasheed is the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission. He has an engagement tomorrow, but because of what he has heard about PAMO, he decided to come and see for himself. He is not just an executive secretary. Professor Ribadu is perhaps the only or one of the few who have been vice chancellors of 2 universities in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Prof, we are happy to have you, and we assure you that the birth of this university started with the NUC, and we have enjoyed very robust relationship, which I want to assure you will continue under your leadership. Your Excellency, history is made by people who don't know they are making history. We have people who have worked silently and quietly over the years to assist us to get to where we are now. Seated, watching us, the former Chief Judge of Rivers State, the first female Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Desi Okocha, a friend of the university. On the right of Justice Mary Odili is the second female Chief Judge of Rivers State. That's on the home front. We have former Supreme Court justices seated here. Let me use Justice Galunje as a contact point for all those who have come. Justice Lolo and the husband are here with us. Justice Peter Agumago. Justice Adolphus Enebeli. Who unfortunately became a victim of what happened. God has a purpose for everything. Your Excellency, permit me to recognize the man who led the first NUC team that came here to examine us through one of their 14 stages. At the time they came, this hall was ground level. We had anxiously put up partitions and stuff. But because of the strictness of NUC in the registration process, they compelled us to destroy most of what we had done without any assurance of a refund. We promised to comply, and we did. So let me recognize Professor Akinere Essien. Permit me, those who have been recognized by the Vice Chancellor, you know, he did Parako with his predecessors. So I won't bother about Christy Mato, who's seated there looking at us. Next, Your Excellencies, are people who have been proud sons of River State. Former commissioners, former secretary to government, former minister, and so on and so forth. Dr. Abie Sekibo, who has decided to become a traditional ruler. Right Honorable Austin Opara, who was Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. You know, as you grow old, sight becomes a problem. Through Austin, let me greet all those who are to his left. And the distinguished chiefs who are seated here with us. Let me, on behalf of the PAMO family, welcome all of you and thank you for the honor of your presence. And I assure you that every good thing you have heard about this university, you will continue to hear, and by the grace of God, better things will come to your ears. I have a problem recognizing Monsignor Key. I don't know whether he's our staff or he's a reverend from outside, but he has been part of the history of this institution. Nyawali, Mecca, that is the paramount ruler of our community here. And Your Excellency, for the past 8 years, we've never had any community issues. Distinguished parents of our proud graduates, I want to join the Vice Chancellor to thank you for the confidence you've had in PAMO. We promised you at their matriculation that you've made the best educational decision for your children. The reports we are getting from those who have graduated before today, very heartwarming. They are coming out shining stars in the various hospitals where they are working. So for our graduates, you have a challenge. Your predecessors have set records. You must beat those records. When you were here, you complained about some of the strictness, the regulations, the discipline. We knew, but we persisted because we know those equipments we're giving you of self-discipline, strong character, diligence, compassion, respect will make you successful doctors, nurses, med lab scientists, and so on and so forth. So you have a duty to be worthy ambassadors. Your Excellency, in this short 8 years and 5 convocations, PAMO has produced 351 graduates. And out of this number, 151 are medical doctors. We want to thank the NUC for granting approval for us to start our postgraduate training, which, as the VC said, appointments have been made, a dean has been appointed, and adverts for postgraduate courses will soon be put out. What we are going to do with the postgraduate students is that we won't allow them to live inside the compound with the young ones we're training, so that they can enjoy their postgraduate maturity advantages. Your Excellency, Sir Chancellor, we have remained steadfast in our commitment to ensuring zero tolerance for the various vices that menace our universities in the country today. We are going to visit breaches with sanctions unapologetically. We are number 1 in the country in female student admission. Number 1 of all the universities. And for the parents, we assure you, your daughters will be safe here. Anybody who tries to mess with them will be on the other side of our gate. Your Excellency, at this point, permit me to draw attention to what I consider a silent national crisis. The exodus of teachers and clinicians in medical education across the country. No state is spared. It's a silent crisis. But ask any administrator of any tertiary institution. They will tell you that we have yawning gaps of qualified professionals who should help us train these children. Where are they living? Greener pastures. Let me appeal through you, sir, and through the Executive Secretary and Your Excellency, to do something. Let's make our pasture greener than it is now. Take a special look at two things. The retirement age for qualified professionals. Increase it to at least 70. I can tell you from field experience, most of our eminent professors in PAMO are people who have retired from other universities. And they are doing very, very well. The number two thing that can be done, and done easily, is a review of their remuneration upwards. Sir, with all due respect, judges can adjourn cases for 6 months. Construction engineers can suspend work. We can go on and on and on. But no medical doctor can afford the luxury of adjourning the treatment of a patient who has an emergency condition, or postpone the treatment. So to draw a common line across professions is an imperfect analogy. Your Excellency, this is doable, and I believe with what you have done as our governor, the attention you've paid to education and health, highly commendable, highly commendable. I'm sure no state in Nigeria can boast of the quality of zonal hospitals that you have built. We have visited here and there, and we know that your zonal hospitals can compete with some teaching hospitals outside Rivers State. So keep it up. Your emphasis on primary health care, excellent. And you've tailored your program to align properly with what Mr. President is doing in the health sector. So far, not less than 500 infrastructural developments have taken place across the country. So the alignment of Rivers State with the federal government is perfect. We support it. We encourage it. Because our people are in the kitchen where the national cake is baked. And if you take a look at all those who work in the kitchen, they eat better than everybody else, and they look better than everybody else. Let Rivers people align with the federal government behind our governor to ensure that the best that the state can get will get it. Your Excellency, permit me to thank in a special way all our clinical staff and teachers in all our faculties who, if they step out of this country, in a day or two, they will have a new job in the greener pastures. But they have chosen to stay back here, suffer with us, bear the pains, contributing to our attempt at making the difference in medical education and in healthcare delivery. Sir, we want to thank you for your unfailing commitment. I pray that before you leave, we'll have the opportunity of meeting with the governor, even though you're meeting with him in absentia, to thank him for the support he's giving to the school. That is a seed he's sowing for every family that has benefited from the state scholarship. The history and the fortunes of these families have been changed through this scholarship program. So, kindly, on behalf of the board, send your appreciation to the governor through his able representative here. Welcome to PAMO family, our young graduates. Your certificates are ready, signed, and your scrolls are also ready. And we want to assure you that by the special grace of God, within the next 1 year, all of you who are graduating will find a place to work in immediately in PAMO teaching. May God bless you and thank you very much for the great teaching.